And it's time for a look at your community service. Oh, hi, it's Friday. Woohoo! Friday. Yeah, we're going to keep going because you know what? Our sponsors love the fact that we're doing things spontaneously and have fun with it. So we're going to continue with that by thanking our sponsors for keeping us on the air. We're going to start off with our premier supporters. We'd like to thank the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Festival of the Arts, Owatonna Public Utilities, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, and United Way of Steele County. Thank you to them for giving us money to do these crazy things. Also our primary supporters, Amy Swain Hearing Centers and Little Theater of Owatonna. And I wouldn't be here doing these crazy things without our interlude supporters. They are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenna Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Clare Bridge, and Sterling House, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Thank you so much to them, and we hope you thank them too. Spend some time over there with these organizations or groups or businesses and let them know you saw them right here on the Owatonna Today Show. And, you know, if you'd like to be a part of this, come on, join this crazy ride we're taking by giving Leanne a call at 390-5751. She'll let you know what it takes to be a sponsor, what that cost is, and just the great opportunity you have to have your own commercial on. It's fantastic. So make sure you give her a call. We're going to have a great show for you today. We're going to start off by talking to the blue ribbon lady herself. This is to get us in the mood for the Steele County Fair. And then also we're going to be taking a quick peek at the Owatonna Foundation. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Thanks for joining us out on location for the Owatonna Today Show. We have the very distinct pleasure of taking a moment during the Steele County Free Fair to interview Marjorie Johnson. Hi, Marjorie. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm just real fun. I'm very excited to be here. I've never been to the Steele County Fair before.
You haven't?
No, and of course I had to go right away to see what people enter here. And I must say, oh my gosh, they're just all the exhibits look so great. I'm so glad all those people don't enter up in Minneapolis, because then I wouldn't have over 1,000 blue ribbons, because I see, boy, you're right, yeah.
Is that right? You have over
1,000, yeah. And all now I have like 2,700 ribbons on my baking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so you have put together a book, and of course it's appropriately named.
Yeah, Blue Ribbon Baking with Marjorie. Yeah, right. And so when I decided to make this book, I have so many cookies. I got thousands of them. I thought, now I want a book like the best book of combining all those have. Well, I knew that I wanted it hardcover, and then I knew I wanted it to lie flat, see? Oh. But I didn't want the spiral on the outside, because say you got a lot of books, you got to pull everyone out to see what it was. See, and so I told the fellow I need a spiral, but it has to be inside, and I want this. So especially at the library, if they have it at the library, you can just read,
Oh, and that is a good idea.
Yeah, and then it's flat, so nothing goes over. And then I wanted colored pictures. So in the back there's 16 pages of colored pictures of a lot of the foods that I've made, and And like here, I got to show you. See, now this one right here is my sour cream coffee cake, and everyone has won at least one or more ribbons. This one has won 10 blue ribbons plus 3 sweepstakes. Oh, I tell you, it's made out of sour cream. It's the batter, and then a streusel and a batter, and streusel, and then I take a little white icing, and to make it really, really pretty like that.
That look delicious.
Oh, and
I
it
just
just
want that
melts in
many.
your mouth. I tell you. And I have did this on I think every television show I've been on. Yeah.
So we're actually quite modest here for you to be on the Owatonna Today Show, because in case folks don't know, you've been with Jay Leno.
I know. And now 13 times. I hated that show ended because it was such fun to go on. And oh boy, they really treat you first class. Like I've been on loads of shows where I had to fly to New York, but they fly you coach, and everything. Well, now coach, they don't even feed you, and they charge you for everything. And so they send Lee and I first class, and you get your breakfast, lunch, or supper, whatever time you're in there. And what I love is you've left a while and you've been sitting there, and as before the plane even started, they say, "Would you like a beverage?" And would I ever like a hot cup of coffee? And I think this is just wonderful. And they take your coat. Oh yeah. And so then there's a limousine service to that meets me there, and it's such fun. I used to always wonder, who are those people that you see somebody signing and it says, and there it is, Marjorie Johnson. Oh gosh, we're exciting.
What a thrill was that?
Yeah, it was. And then they take me always to a nice hotel, and then they have the car service to take me to the studio, and then I have my own dressing room. There's the name on the door, and then in there they have food, and they have beverages, and they have hot coffee and hot water if you want tea, and oh gosh, it's just so nice, and a couch and the tab.
You get pampered and treated like a queen.
I know. And then they send you makeup. Oh boy, do I like that, because they can take like about 20 years off you. Oh, you look so great on TV.
We don't have that today, Marjorie.
No.
What is up with
and
that?
Now with the rain, I probably
I know, it's a bad hair day.
Yeah, this is a bad hair day, and then the wind. Oh yeah, so you look your very best. So I just really, really love that. Yeah.
And your daughter just came in behind. We had a chance to meet her. No, she's traveling with you today.
They drove me down here. Lee doesn't like to drive this far anymore, and so yes, and actually she's my personal shopper too. Like, see, I need red slacks, and every time I need something,
I was going to ask you if you liked red.
Yeah,
just a little.
Like somebody said, it's your favorite color. I said it is now, but actually, what I just love is powder blue. Oh, my house is all powder blue. I love powder blue and yellow. I really love those colors.
But when you're out and about, you take the vibrant red.
Red, okay. Yeah. And in fact, like one time I went to get my hair set, and I just wore navy slacks, and somebody said, "You're not in red. How come you're not in red?" So I thought, oh gosh, I said, Marlene, just keep buying me. I'll just have all red. I got a closet full of red things. Yeah.
So now, when you say you drove down here, you do not live very far away from us here in Steele County.
No, I think they said it was 82 miles or something like that. Is that what it was?
You live in Robbinsdale.
I live in Robbinsdale, which is the first suburb in Minneapolis on the north side there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we built our house in 1968. So gosh, when somebody called and said, "Do you want to repair it?" I said, "No, our house is new." And then I thought, my gosh, I guess it's 41 years old. But to me,
Still feels new.
Yeah, it
We
still
built
feels
it. It's new.
Right, yeah.
I have to ask you how you got started in baking. Does it go all the way back to when you were a
yes.
child?
My very first time I baked, I remember I was 8 years old, and I'd made this chocolate cake, and it was out of the oven, and we tasted it. And then there was a knock on the back door, and my mother went there, and I heard her say, "Oh, Doris, you must come in and taste this cake that Marjorie made. You'll never believe how great it is." Well, you can imagine a little 8-year-old me.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, beaming from ear to ear, and my mother was proud of me, and I'd done a good job, so I thought, boy, I'm sticking to this. I'm doing this, and so I have, and now, all these years later, I end up on the Tonight Show, yeah.
When did you start exhibiting?
In 1974, and then you see I entered just like 3 things, and then it was 5, then it was 10, and then it was 25, and then all once we needed another freezer because the loaves of bread take a lot of space. So then we had to buy another freezer. Well, then when it got to be like 50 or more and 75, and I was entering, then I started into the county fair in 1987. So it was my birthday coming up in the summer, and I said to Lee, "You know what I'd love for my birthday? I would love a freezer." And so I got a freezer. So now we we have 3 freezers, yeah. And at State Fair, they're just one sheet of things, yeah. Because I think sometimes I have 125 big things in there. Because I enter 50, 60, 50 things creative, and then maybe another 20 over in the Honey Building at the State Fair. And then
Do you really have that many?
yeah, and then they say 50 things out at the. Well, gee, what is that? That's over 125 or more.
my goodness.
Yeah, so no wonder.
Let me ask you this: are you always coming up? Are you trying new recipes all the time?
Oh yes. Oh, on the fair, like when I started, I would just think about the fair for one whole year, and I try out recipes, and I think because I was looking for the one that was really like 10 stars, because there are cookies and there are cookies, but some look more beautiful and more taste. And so, when the fair is, I've only got this limited time, so I cannot try anything new then, so I have to try it through the week. Yeah, and so it's real nice for my family. Growing up, boy, they had all these baked things and everything. In fact, like one time I said to Lee, do you want one of these rolls? He said, are you baking tomorrow? And I said, yes. And he said, I'll just wait till tomorrow. So he wanted not even 1 day old, and so I put it in the freezer, because when it comes out, and that is the best. Like right out of the oven, everything tastes the very, very, very best. Yeah.
Do you have, other than the sour cream coffee cake that you showed us there, do you have any other favorites?
Well,
one personal favorites.
Well, one that is really, when I went to the red carpet all the time, and I handed out, so the ginger snaps that I handed out are in here, and everybody liked them. And in fact, Helen Mirren, when she came by one time, she took one, and then it was on TV because it was so funny, and then she watched a few steps, and I said, do you want a cookie? And she says, oh yeah, I'll have one. So then she watched a few steps, and then she said, no, I think I need 2. So she took another one, and so then she walked away. She said, no, I really need 3. And so then she took 3, and then she walked away. Yeah.
You have gotten to meet some very, very interesting people, and who have tried your cookies.
I know,
haven't you?
I know,
Any that are particularly memorable?
The people that I met.
Yeah.
Oh, I at the time everybody loves Raymond, so I met all those, and I remember when I watched the Smothers Brothers, they came by, and I met that Matthew McConaughey once. He had the dressing room opposite me when I was on The View one time. And
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. I came out, and so then he comes out, and I said, oh my gosh, you're Matthew McConaughey, the sexiest man on earth. At the time, that's what he was,
He still probably ranks way up there, Marjorie.
Right, yeah. So it was, so it's lots of fun to meet, and that at the Tonight Show, see, my dressing room and the wall to the next one is the next one, because he only has 2 guests, and so I can go right around the corner, knock on the door, and say, can I have my picture taken with you? Like people ask me, I ask the star celebrities, and they always say yes, and
very nice.
Yeah.
No, I heard that maybe somebody did not want to try a cookie, and we don't want to slam anybody here, because he's a Beatle, actually.
I know,
but he didn't want to try one of your cookies. It was Ringo Starr.
And so I thought, we're from Minnesota, and we're Minnesota nice. I said, do you want a cookie? And he said, no, I don't eat sugar. And no, he asked me if there's sugar, and I said, well, yes, I don't eat sugar. Well, instead of saying no, thank you, I really don't care for it. And then he throws it back. He had taken the one, and then he throws it back in the thing. So
he's not Minnesota nice, but he is a Beatle, so whatever.
Yeah. And then when I was back in the studio, somebody said, yeah, he acted that way around here too, so I guess he
just not you, and he's not doesn't do sugar. Well, congratulations on your cookbook. Thank you so much for joining us here at the fair. Hopefully our viewers got a chance to see you. You're here signing the books, and they're available, I'm sure, at bookstores everywhere.
Right, Barnes & Noble and Borders and many small bookstores. Yeah, over. And then my web. Oh, let's give my website. Okay. It's blueribbonbaking.com. Blueribbonbaking.com.
And I'll tell you what, we will put that on as graphics when we air the interview here too.
See, then they go, and then not only there, but I have recipes on there. There's pictures of Jay and I and Rosie and I, and every time, there's all kinds of good pictures and all. And every time I'm on, because see, everybody wants to know when I'm on a television program. Well, I can't call. So we put on whenever I'm on, then we put on when I'm on. So yeah.
You're not a problem to interview here. Okay, here's our picture together, and with this, we're going to sign off for our Owatonna Today Show viewers. Thanks so much for joining us.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use. and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Have you talked to your teen lately about marijuana? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time while driving is reduced by 41% after smoking 1 joint and 63% after smoking 2, affecting the safety of your teen and others on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
There's no question that over the years since the Owatonna Foundation was founded, Owatonna has become a better place to live and raise a family.
When I think about the Owatonna Foundation and what it's done for the future, I think about positive change.
It is so important that the Owatonna Foundation continue in the active role that it has. Every dollar that they give to the Owatonna Foundation goes into this great community of Owatonna. That's the reason that we exist.
The Owatonna Foundation has impacted our family's life by all the wonderful things that they have provided our community with. The River Springs Water Park, the band shell down at Central Park, the beautiful trail system that we have here in Owatonna. And by being a part of the foundation, it has allowed us to give back to our community, and we have found that to be very rewarding.
I don't think there's a brick and mortar project in Owatonna that hasn't gone to the Owatonna Foundation to look for assistance. And every one of those that they approve brings value to our community. Being in city government, I understand that there's a lot of things that we cannot finance alone. And without the foundation's assistance, the trails on the north end of town would have been very difficult to put the bridges there. They've donated over $500,000 to that project, which means that all people in Owatonna can use that. It's a very, very great asset to our community.
I find that in working with people when they're considering our community or another community, whatever it is, they're always impressed with what I have to share with them and what the Owatonna Foundation has contributed. And there are so many things. It's not just one factor that is pivotal in their decision, I don't think. I think they just have so many factors that impress them, and they lean our direction in great part based upon the foundation.
I think about the quality of life that we have here, our community assets. When we're talking about community assets in Owatonna, we're talking about things that enhance where we live, where we work, where we play, where we visit. Examples of that would be like our soccer complex, improvements that we made out there, our food shelf, the programming behind our little theater, our community aquatic center.
There have been financial challenges, and that's why we really need to have the support of those in the community. We don't have the local industry and the business that we used to have. Many of those businesses are owned by entities outside of the community or even in other countries. And so, unlike the founders of the Owatonna Foundation, who were all in this community and all residents of the community, all raising their families in Owatonna, there are not sometimes that association anymore with the community of Owatonna.
In today's competitive world, it's very important that we continue to draw in new businesses and citizens, and the Owatonna Foundation provides us with the opportunity to add the amenities that most smaller cities don't have.
The best endorsement that I can give for the Owatonna Foundation is the level of responsibility and the care that the trustees have taken with donations over many, many years. And the results of the foundation's work is something that we all see every day as we live and work in the Owatonna community.
Foundation's done something very nice for Owatonna that not all communities have, and that's to preserve the heritage of the community. Tax dollars won't do it alone.
You know, government can do what it does best, churches can do what they do best, but when you have bricks and mortar and people that really care and invest in a community, that's what a foundation does.
The foundation has been in existence for many, many years. The evidence of their work is really all around the community.
You know, it takes a village, really takes all of us to really build a community, and that's what we have here in Owatonna.
The Owatonna Foundation definitely is an essential need in our community. It's an absolute must.
To me, the foundation really provides a sense of permanence for the community. When I travel around the community on my daily errands or to and from work, and I see all the projects that the foundation was a part of, I know that those projects are here today and they will be here tomorrow and for many years to come.
Founded in 1958.
Over $11 million.
Preserving the past.
Building the present.
Funding the future.
Making a difference.
Every single dollar that is given to the Owatonna Foundation goes back into this community.
Supporting community progress.
Supporting community progress.
The Owatonna Foundation is your community foundation.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And it's time for a quick look at your community service announcements. The Owatonna Area Shrine Club has their annual golf event coming up this Saturday from 9 to 7 at the Havana Hills Golf and Range. Tickets are $8 and are available at Kottke Jewelers, Costas Candies and Restaurants, and all Shriners. You can call 451-2000 for more information. It's a chance to win a 42-inch plasma TV and prizes, so much more. Make sure you check that out this Saturday. Phillips Eye Institute, part of Allina Health, will bring its Kirby Puckett Eye-Mobile to the Steele County Free Fair in Owatonna. Free vision screening for adults and kids will be provided Wednesday, August 13th from 11 to 8. The Kirby Puckett Eye-Mobile is the first and only mobile eye clinic in the region with two fully equipped eye exam rooms. It's like an eye doctor's office on wheels. The Kirby Puckett Eye-Mobile has been made possible through the Phillips Eye Institute Foundation $10 million campaign, investing in sight, changing lives, and in partnership with the All-Star Game Legacy, giving Major League Baseball, the Minnesota Twins, and Twins Community Funds, and the Polad Family Foundation. Join Riverbend Nature Center staff for a 2-day camping trip to discover Interstate Park on the beautiful St. Croix River. The park is unique geology that brings geologists to visit from all over the world. The trip will be held Friday, August 8th at 5 p.m. until Sunday, August 10th at 11 a.m. The program is available to adult women, fee of $30, $25 for Riverbend members. Covers parking fees, transportations, food, and camping gear. Pre-registration is required by August 3rd. 507-332-7151 is the number you can call for more information. Thanks so much for joining us here this week. We've really enjoyed this week. Hopefully you have too. We're looking forward to next week when we're going to be talking with Linda Jewison and Amy Richter and the Great Giveaway, as well as a peek at Abraham Consulting's new location. So we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.